Back, everybody. Going purple with a purpose today, and you'll see folks across the community, across the country doing so. I'm doing it very proudly here at Local 5 in honor of someone that we'll talk about here in a second. But Courtney Green with the Alzheimer's Association of Greater Iowa here in to talk about the longest day, and then you've got a very special guest here. Dick Goodson, you are stage 1, living with the disease of Alzheimer's and advocating, getting out in the public and kind of trying to get out in front of it.
Yes.
Well, welcome to you both. Courtney, first off, what is this longest day? I know it's one thing just to wear purple, but it's also another thing to get involved and to share some stories, too.
That's right. The longest day is the it's worldwide day of action for the Alzheimer's Association. It's to do whatever the loved one with Alzheimer's, the person with Alzheimer's, with caregivers, whether it's knitting, hiking, playing bridge, quilting, woodworking, whatever those activities are, to do those in honor of the caregivers and people living with Alzheimer's.
It is a terrible, terrible disease. I lost a grandfather to Alzheimer's years ago, and you see what the family goes through. Dick, when you got the initial diagnosis, take me through kind of what happened when you finally, I imagine you got some answers as to maybe some problems you were having?
Well, it's kind of been a long trek. The first time I didn't feel right was probably 20 years ago, so it takes a long time to kind of build this up. But basically, the first diagnosis came at Mayo's a few years ago after I had sold my business and went up to find out exactly what was going on. And a neurologist thought that I had vascular dementia. The word Alzheimer's really encompasses lots of different pieces and lots of different names. Then I came back and someone else thought I had mild cognitive impairment, and after many tests they thought it was stage 1 Alzheimer's. So I kind of gave up trying to worry about what I had and trying to see what I could do to help others as they go through this process. So I'm a guy that ran a lot of trade associations. So immediately upon retiring, I called the Alzheimer's Association and said, "This is where I get involved." And it's been a wonderful experience. And the one thing I would really urge anybody listening who has a relative or has the problem themselves is get involved in the association. You will learn so much about others, and in that way learning more about yourself.
You bet. And you know, a lot of times they'll never know if you truly do have the disease until they look at you after the fact. And there's different treatments out there, there's different medicines, there's different research, and hopefully the goal, Courtney, today is to raise some funds as well.
Funds and awareness, and there is an event going on at the Urbandale Senior Center. They have 10 ways to love your brain, so they have all these different stations. They will have some giveaways and drawings, and you can just learn more about what you can do to help reduce your risk of developing Alzheimer's.
Thank you both for coming in. I know this goes by quick, and I could talk about this for a long time, but get involved out there, folks, and good luck to you, Dick.
Thank you.
You bet. All right, we are going to take a